Hold on. There we go. We're good.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Katie from therusticboxwood.com. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to show you how to put together a thrifty and fun spring tablescape and mantle. So let's go ahead and get started. And while I'm starting to show you about how to put together this table, if you'll go ahead and tell me where you're from, I want to hear. We are here in Georgia, and the weather is just gorgeous today. I wish we could open up the doors and let you see how pretty it is outside, but I'm scared bugs or birds might fly in because we have had birds fly into our house before. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I had this white table runner that I got on clearance a long time ago for $3 at Walmart. So this is just my base, but I wanted to show you what I had. So what I did, Ryan, do you mind zooming in, please?
Sure.
This is my husband who's the videographer today. So
Good afternoon, everybody.
He's always a great helper.
Got somebody from Princeton, Texas.
Oh, great. Welcome. I want to get out to Waco and explore Joanna Gaines's shop. Anyway, but I wanted to show you this DIY white ruffled runner was so easy to make. I got this fabric at, I think I got it at Joann's or Goodwill or something, but it was hardly anything. And you don't have to sew it. All I did was tear the fabric along the seam, and I used a hot glue gun and just hot glued ruffles. I did 4 layers and hot glued these ruffles, and I like it to look a little shabby chic.
Got
So that was my bottom layer.
folks from Ireland, Mississippi,
Welcome, guys. Thanks for
Colorado,
joining today.
Florida,
Yeah, y'all keep telling us
New
about it.
York.
My husband's a county boy, so I brought him all the way from California. I went to college out there and brought him back to the South. So I'm thankful he came out here with me near my family. Go ahead.
And did you mention where you got that table runner?
I made this table runner, but you can get this white fabric. I just made it really thin so that I could tear it easily along the seams. In my previous, I did another DIY video a couple of weeks ago, and I showed you how to do that, but I will do another video. I wish I had some fabric with me. If I had thought about that, I will do that soon. But please feel free to ask me any questions. Okay, so that's my first layer. And my emphasis and my theme was going to be a natural, rustic tablescape, and I love the neutral and all of the natural elements. That was what I kept in mind as I was putting together this tablescape. So this, I don't know if you can tell what this is, but it is a vibrant green, mossy table runner that I made for $1.50. And, okay, so I'm going to turn this upside down. Hopefully I won't drop any moss, but it's just a piece of cardboard. My son just did a project last week, and this was the leftover cardboard. It was a trifold poster board that we got at the dollar store. It's a thicker material, so it was just $1. And we were about to throw away this remnant, but I thought, oh, this would be perfect. And all I did was use some spray adhesive and wearing some gloves and go outside, but I sprayed some heat adhesive, just tiny sections. And with each section, I'm going to show you what moss I used. This is the spray adhesive I used for that. And it stuck so well. And y'all, I don't know if you knew this, but the dollar store has moss. And it is great. I was thinking maybe it wouldn't work that great, but it's awesome. It's a bright green, a deep green, so it looks real to me. And it was $1. So, and I ended up using a bag and a half of this stuff. All I did was spray small sections onto this cardboard and then just immediately push it down. And I just kept going around. It took me probably 15 minutes. And I didn't worry too much about the sides just because it's a white runner and that's a white backdrop. But anyway, I wanted to make it look rustic. So there we go. We'll put that on. That's the next layer.
And do you want to mention the Hometalk giveaway for the Hometalk tote?
Y'all tell me if you have thought of some ideas as to how you want to decorate for spring, and we are going to pick one winner during this video at the end, so if you'll stick around, and you're going to win a cool gift from Hometalk. So, yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Y'all tell me where else you're from. We're in Georgia.
We've had some from UK, from Ireland, Canada.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to hear where y'all are from. This next layer, and keep in mind you want to keep your focus on, and because my focus was going to be on the natural elements, so that's what I kept my focus on. But I found this garland at my local craft store. And this is not the exact one I chose, but I just wanted to show you my example. It says 20, but it was half off, so I got it for $10. And all I did, I'm going to show you what I did with this. I just cut it in half. It cuts so easily. And took that half. So here's the one that I used. It's like a succulent type look. I love it. So I took this half and I wrapped it around like this, and I'm going to show you. So I got some green twine from the dollar store as well. And I wanted this green to blend in. So what I did, and y'all ask me any questions. If you have any questions, I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Wow, we've got somebody tuning in from Pakistan.
Wow.
I think that might be a first for us from Pakistan.
Welcome.
I believe it's Aisha.
Yeah, y'all keep telling me, how would you like to decorate for spring? I want to hear all about it. This is my favorite season, just because of the warmer weather, and I don't know, it just seems like nature comes alive outside. The crickets and
We've got
the birds.
a few folks talking about Easter eggs,
Oh
pastels,
yes, I love Easter. It's my favorite time of year.
decorating with wreaths.
Pastels and wreaths, okay, yeah. Do y'all like to make your own wreaths, or do you normally go out and buy them? I used to buy some and put them at my front door, but anything that's green, the birds think that they need to put a bird's nest on it. So we decided to let that happen one time, and we had some cute little chickadees be born at our front door. But then the bird would come and attack anybody that came to our door.
And it was a mess.
Yeah, it was a huge mess. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see that okay, but that's the base of my charger. So each charger cost me $5.
And then do you want to talk about the table runner and the moss once more for those who are tuning in just a little bit late?
Yeah, so our focus for this video is going to be a spring tablescape and mantle. I'm going to get around and show you our mantle in just a minute. But I'm just doing it at very affordable cost, and it's very easy. Lots of DIY projects just so you can keep the cost down. But I made this white runner with just some thin white fabric and then hot glue 4 layers of ruffles onto the ends. And I didn't have exact measurements. It was very easy to make. And then my next layer was this moss runner. It's just a piece of cardboard. And then I used some spray adhesive, small sections, and pushed down moss all over it. And this moss came from the dollar store. I'm very pleased with it. So now we're on to the next phase. These are our chargers. Again, I bought 2 garlands and cut them in half. And this made our base for the chargers, because if you were to buy these brand new and already made, it would probably cost, I'm thinking, about $20 each. But this was $5 each. And for those of you just tuning in, it was this garland right here that I just cut in half. This
You
style.
got it on sale for $10
I got
each
it on
one.
sale for 10, so it makes it $5 each. And then, I don't know about y'all, but I like going to thrift stores because these white plates were 25 cents each. So all I did was just carefully rest the plates on. And I'm going to come back and you'll see probably some of this green twine sticking out. Just ignore it. I'm going to tuck it in just a little bit.
A few folks are talking about doing house plants, letting spring take care of their spring decorating as things liven up and color is added outside.
Yes. Love that. Yeah. Well, how else would y'all decorate for spring? Have you already started? I just started recently. I probably should have started a long time ago. But anyway, I love spring. Okay, so here's our layer. And then our next layer is these white napkins are actually flour sack dish towels. I got a 4-pack at, you can get them at Target, Walmart. They're pretty big. So they're a nice dish towel size, but I love them because they're soft, and the 4-pack you can get for under $5. And actually, I was at Walmart the other day and saw a 10-pack for under $8.
Wow.
So all of my local friends, the Covington Walmart has these, 10-pack for under $8. So you just fold them like this, trifold.
A few folks are talking about wildflowers,
yes,
umbrellas
I
at
love
the
those.
doorway with flowers in them,
Cute. Yes.
making wreaths, all sorts of things.
Yes. Well, I don't know if y'all saw saw last week's DIY video, but with Hometalk, but I did DIY whitewashed pots, and I'm going to show you what I did with them, but that's a fun thing to do for spring. Okay, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
The green garland. Where did we get the green garland?
The green garland, I got mine at Hobby Lobby for $10, and it's half off this week. I believe I got my garland I know I got it half off. Yeah, so this week it is half off. Yeah, so $10, and you just cut it in half, and then take some twine and tie it to make a circle. It's really easy. So now I have my fun gold flatware that I got for my birthday at Target.
Got to have a little bling, right?
Gotta have a little bling. That's right. Yep.
Sharon says she lets her kids paint little birdhouses to place on the table.
That. Yep, it's great to get the kids involved and teach them how to DIY and save money too.
And Kim's actually got an interesting question. She says she loves her jeans, and where did you get those from?
Oh, you know what? I hate to tell you this, but I think I got them at Goodwill. So they might be American Eagle jeans. If I wasn't on live video, I'd look at them real quick, but I'll try to get back with you on that one.
We are all about thrift storing.
Yeah, that's right.
Estate sales, garage sales, everything.
Yep, exactly.
So.
Okay. Yeah, so any questions? If y'all see something in my house or anything you want to ask me, feel free. So I got this cute old wooden box at the Country Living Fair this past year at Stone Mountain, Georgia. And if y'all have never been to the Country Living Fair, you need to go. I think this was like $2. So anyway, I like to use old boxes with all of my decor, they're staples. But I just turned that one upside down. And then of course we're sticking with the natural elements. So if you hear natural elements, you have to have some antlers in your house. So I'm just going to put that here now, but I'll probably end up moving it around.
And where did we get the plates, the 25-cent plates? Was it Goodwill?
Yeah, no, it was at a local thrift store. It's called the Fish Thrift Store.
Okay.
Just down the road from our house. 25 cents, though. So you never know what you'll find at thrift stores. That's the fun part. And you know what else I love about spring is yard sale season. Who else loves yard sale season? So also I've got, I'm about to put 4 gold vintage candle holders out. And these white candles are from IKEA. So we're going to put these out. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to have symmetry, but a little variety. So I don't want it looking the same, but I do like to have the same height on either side. It's just, I think it's more pleasing to the eye. Okay, so we'll put this right here. And these candle holders, you can get these for $1 all day long. So really easy to find these.
Where do you find those? Just
Goodwill,
like thrift stores?
Any thrift stores, antique stores. Don't spend, please don't spend $10 on those at antique stores. I see them for $10 there. You can get them at Goodwill all the time. Okay, so this is my wood pedestal that I got at Pottery Barn Outlet. I love it too. It's another rustic touch. So when I say rustic and natural elements, I try to keep woods, just keep a variety of things. Metals, antlers, flowers. So here is another fun element, some birch bark. Wood slices, you can get these at craft stores or decorating shops. They're probably about $5 each. They should range about that price. Okay. So here we go.
Kathleen mentions that she likes picking up driftwood for
yes, I
spring.
love driftwood. Yeah, it's beautiful. And let's see. Oh, and then wanted to show y'all at Michael's. They have a 4-pack of these bird's nests, and I think they're 40 to 50% off. So it says 17, so about $10 to $8 or so.
So no birds were harmed in the filming of this video,
That's right. These are fake nests. There's 4 of them.
And somebody's asking, Terry's asking where we got our white chairs from. Or were they originally?
I wanted to tell you about that. Yeah.
Were they originally brown and we painted them, correct?
Yes, they were outdated, tired, whole set. Excuse me, that I got at Goodwill a couple of years ago, but I talked all about it on my blog. If you go and search dining chairs and table set, something like that, but it's cane chairs, and we refinished them, and it's held up really well.
So that's where somebody just asked where our table was from too. So that's where it was from. It was a Goodwill purchase.
Yep, Kansas City.
So
That's
go
another
to
good thing to do about thrift stores.
therusticboxwood.com and you can find our blog post on redoing the table and chairs.
Thank you. So I have this glass cloak. This came from Pottery Barn Outlet as well. It didn't come with this birch. It just, look at that. It just fits perfectly around that birch slice. And I'm going to straighten out the candles. They're a little crooked. So, all right.
Somebody mentioned rain boots with flowers for spring.
Yes, that's so cute. Yep. Keep them coming. If you have any other ideas for spring, I would love to hear about it. And I have, since I don't have a green thumb, I love to get faux flowers, fake flowers at craft stores. So this peony was half off last year. So I mean, it has taken a beating because I just bend it around and everything. Got to make it fit to my liking. So I'm just going to bend it.
And somebody was just asking, we are in Georgia, just east of Atlanta.
Yep.
So
that's right. Where else are y'all from? I want to hear about it.
I saw a few folks from Georgia.
All right. So, welcome.
All over though. New York, Minnesota.
Awesome, guys. Okay.
California.
Yeah, keep it coming. I want to hear all about it. So these are some concrete little pots that I got at the Country Living Fair as well. So, and I tried making candles and it worked pretty well. I'm going to have to try a different method. If y'all have a good method for making candles, I'd love to hear about it. So, and then I put a little moss, again, from that bag from the dollar store, just to have a little variety. So I'm going to turn it upside down.
Oh, now we've got the Georgia crowd chiming in. Loganville, Marietta, Watkinsville,
that's not far from us.
Winder.
Covington.
So.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome, guys. Okay, and last but not least, I wanted to show you. Last week, I mentioned I did some, on Hometalk's videos, I did whitewashed pots and faux concrete pots and stencil pots. So this is one of the ones I made. And, of course, it came from a thrift store. You can see that it's been used. So it was nothing. It didn't cost me hardly a thing. But, of course, brand new at Home Depot, I think they're 78 cents a piece. So you can go buy them brand new, too. But what I did was whitewashed it, and if you don't know, if you're not familiar with this method, it's so easy and it takes 30 seconds to do. All you do is get a little acrylic white paint and gently just brush some on the side and then take a dry paper towel or damp paper towel and just wipe it off, both directions, horizontally and vertically, just to give it that rustic European look.
And there's a few people asking, where do we eat when a table's like this, or where does the food go?
Oh, well, it'll go. It'll fit just fine.
Or we eat somewhere else.
Yeah, so. I need to tuck this twine underneath. Okay, but what I wanted to show you this really easy tip. Since it's got a hole at the bottom, I'm just going to stick my napkin in there just to keep stuff from spilling out. And then white beans are a great filler for decorating in your house. You can just get those at the grocery store. Okay.
And Beverly chimed in saying, yes, you pre-plate the food, right?
That's right.
So you bring it out and you serve your guests. That's
exactly.
Great comment, Beverly.
Yes, thank you, Beverly. And these succulents, aren't they so cute? They're from the dollar store as well, and I have been scouring dollar stores around our area, and everybody's getting the succulents, and I want them. So we need to have more of these succulents. But they've got really pretty ones, and they look real, and they're $1 a piece. You can't go wrong with that.
And our blog name is therusticboxwood.com.
Yep, therusticboxwood.com. And if you want to see more photos, I've done a blog post on our tablescape. I did a blog post on this DIY runner. I did a blog post on the chargers. So you will see that all there. And I titled this the Faux Greenery DIY Chargers. So,
fantastic.
Okay, so there's your pot. See how cute that is? And that doesn't cost hardly a thing. White beans, whitewashed pot, little stencil, and your succulent. So I'm just going to put that right there. And I think that's it for the tablescape. Did y'all have any more questions about our tablescape before we move on?
I think we're good.
Okay. Did you want to do one quick zoom in?
Sure.
Okay.
So there it is.
You know what
and it's the rusticboxwood.com.
Rusticboxwood.com. I wanted to point out too, if you open up a brand new pack of candles, make sure you burn them just a little bit, just to give it that lived-in look instead of being hardly ever used. Okay, are we ready to go over to
I think we are.
the mantle? Okay. Okay, and don't forget, y'all tell me what your favorite way to decorate for spring it would be. And if you have DIY projects or anything that you want to try, I'd love to hear about it. Okay, so y'all don't look at the piano because this is what I'm going to use. This is not how we normally keep our house. But I wanted to point out first that this is actually paper. I got a roll of this paper at Goodwill, and it just it has a faux wood look, and it was just all black, and it was such a dark haul. So I wanted to lighten it up, and y'all would not believe me if I said this, but it's true. I taped this up a couple of years ago and haven't had to mess with it for a couple of years. Fire in the fireplace, everything. So.
I may have touched the tape and
okay,
fixed it a time or two, but for how long we've had it up, it's held up very well.
Yeah, it has.
Surprising to me.
Yeah. Okay, so we're keeping with the natural rustic theme. So I kept my mind on that. So what I did was, and I'm trying to keep it as affordable as possible. So of course all this came from thrift stores and antique stores. This is my lovely concrete candle holder. It's pretty heavy, but I got it at a consignment sale at one of our friends' consignment store in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you, Mikey Anderson. Y'all need, if you live in Nashville, you need to stop by the, what was it called? The Crazy Cat consignment store?
Classy Cat.
Classy Cat, yes.
Classy Cat consignment.
It's loaded with all kinds of
They
things
actually
up
got
there.
hit by the tornado a couple weeks and were on the news up there, but they're back open and doing well, so.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so before I get started, I'm going to show you my DIY banner. I'm going to go ahead and hang it up. It's a DIY Pottery Barn inspired banner. Let me just get this off my hands, and I will show you how I made it.
A few other folks are talking about putting in spring flowers to winter
spring flowers.
winter wreaths, and then or using
Yes.
little baskets and ceramic pieces in them.
Oh, yes. That sounds so
So.
cute. Hey, y'all keep them coming. All right, so I have nails on either side of our mantle. I just have them sticking out, and what I did was I just tied some loops, and this loop has already come undone, so I'm going to have to do this real quick. Hopefully I'll make it even for you.
And somebody just asked about the measurements of our mantle. I would say it's about 6 feet wide,
Okay.
probably about an 8-inch shelf.
Uh-huh. I would say
So-
so too.
Not huge.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not too big. Okay, so this is my bunny burlap banner, and you would not believe I got this burlap. It was actually at Hobby Lobby in the bandana section, and it was just like the size of a bandana. It was $1.50, so it was perfect. It was cheap, real easy, and then a piece of white felt that was 33 cents to make the bunnies, and then these small white cotton balls, and then I got this pom-pom trim at a yard sale. So the hot glue gun is your friend. That's what I used for this whole project, and I did a blog post on that as well. Pottery Barn inspired bunny burlap banner. So,
And we did a live DIY with Hometalk a couple weeks ago on making your own banners as well.
yes, we did. That's right.
So-
I'm going to put together a whole compilation of all of our Hometalk videos soon, because my last one that I'm scheduled for is next Thursday, and it's going to be DIY Easter eggs. So y'all be sure to come back by next Thursday at 1 o'clock. We're going to play with washi tape and just have a good time. Okay, so this is a wooden stool. So I was just trying to keep with the wood theme and the rustic texture. And then of course you have to have, if you love farmhouse style, you have to have chippy stair rails. I love these.
And again, yard sale.
It was actually, these are at the
Thrift
Country
store?
Living Fair,
Okay.
$4 each. So, but you can get them most of the time antique stores. Usually, I've never seen them in an antique store.
Somebody just mentioned using gourds or cake stands, spring candles.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to try and
Love
back
cake
up and get
stands.
kind of the whole mantle here.
So again, you don't want it to be completely even on both sides, but you do want to keep the same height just to make it more pleasing to the eye.
And we do have a TV in our house, so we do watch TV, right?
I
So
know it's
a lot of folks
big
don't like
black
TVs
box,
above
but
the mantle, but
I know.
we
it's
do
not-
live here, right?
You know what I dream of having is like a rustic wooden mantle with some shiplap and some tapestry. I think that would be pretty. Okay, so I got these floral stems at Hobby Lobby. They were half off as well. So I got these, and let's see if I can do this without dropping anything on live video. But I just tucked them behind this stool. And if y'all have any more questions, please feel free to ask. We're in Georgia, and I would love to hear where y'all are from.
Michelle just posted that for spring she gets a flower bulb, and she'll just toss them in the lawn, and wherever they end up, they get planted.
Oh, I want to try that. That sounds good to me.
As long as I don't get them with the lawnmower, right?
Yeah. Yeah, don't cut the flowers. What about some easy planting? Does that look even? That looks even. For the most part. Okay, and then...
Somebody just asked, does the fire bother the TV? And no, it does not.
No, it never does.
It's actually a prefab fireplace unit, and so back behind there is it's really only about a 10-inch chimney that goes all the way up and out of the house. So there's no heat that comes out except for down in the front.
Okay. So, and yeah, y'all ask any questions you want, and my sweet honey is helping out. He's been such a huge helper. But I wanted to bring up a little white in here. So I got a pack of white doilies and just folded them in half and taped them on the inside of this white twine. Super easy. And just taped it right here. I'm going to try to make this as even as possible. But, okay, and that's our mantle. I wanted to show you real quick. I got this basket for $1 at an estate sale this past weekend. It's a true antique. And all I did was stick some succulents in there. So these cute succulents are at Michael's, and they're half off or more.
And that covers
how
up.
cute are they?
That covers up the PS4, right?
Yeah, it does. That's right. But if y'all have any questions, I'm happy to answer. You can email me at rusticboxwood@gmail.com.
And where did we get the flowers from?
These flowers came from Hobby Lobby as well. And yeah, and you can find this burlap banner tutorial on my blog, therusticboxwood.com. And we're going to pick a winner. So I'm going to pick, as far as how would you decorate for spring, my favorite was sprinkling out those seeds everywhere. So whoever suggested that, congratulations. Oh, bulbs, yeah. See, can you tell I do not have a green thumb? But congratulations, you're the winner. And thanks again for tuning in. You can find me on therusticboxwood.com. And if you
Live
need...
DIY at 5.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about the live DIY at 5 o'clock tonight. I'm sure it's going to be a fab tutorial. And be sure to give Hometalk a subscribe and a follow. And if you'll just come find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest.
The Rustic Boxwood.
Yep, and the Rustic Boxwood. Sign up for my newsletter. Thanks so much for tuning in. Y'all have a great day. And I'll see you next week at 1 o'clock. All right.